Alright, welcome back to another video on the channel. Hopefully you guys are all having a great day. Drop a like down below on this video if you guys are hyped for Black Ops Cold War. This is a game I've been waiting for quite literally since the first month or two of Modern Warfare. Almost all of you guys know that I do not enjoy the Modern Warfare multiplayer experience, and that's why I'm pretty much exclusively a Warzone YouTuber at this point. But if you've watched me in the past, you know that I do love Treyarch games. I went to level 1000 knife only in Black Ops 3 and 4, hit Master Prestige in Black Ops 1 and 2 knife only. And in my top 5 favorite CODs of all time, 4 of those are Black Ops games. So I guess through and through, I'm a Black Ops fanboy. And just as a whole, Treyarch has never let me down when it comes to a Call of Duty game. I know some of you guys have mixed opinions about that, but that's just how I personally feel. But let's go and talk about what we need to talk about in this video. All right, so I'm putting a pause on the commentary right now. I didn't actually notice this until I actually ported the gameplay into my editing software and slowed it down and went frame by frame. But as you guys are seeing in the background right now, there is a little bit of a glitch when it comes to the animation for the combat knife. Now, this is kind of like what we had in Black Ops 4, but it's not to the extent of what it was in that game. If you don't remember how the combat knife worked in Black Ops 4 before it was actually fixed, I'm gonna go ahead and refresh your memory right now. What you're seeing is some gameplay from Black Ops 4. Essentially, when you actually knife somebody, there was like a little bit of a delay between the animation and actually getting the kill on the person. And in that little bit of a delay, it would give time for snipers to actually no-scope you, or if you were like one shot, it would give the enemy enough time to kill you and finish you off. And from this clip that we're seeing in the background right now, man, it's looking like there's a slight delay to it. Either that or it was just entirely a glitch and it just meleeed twice. But nonetheless, it does seem like it's going to be a quicker melee than what it was originally in Black Ops 4, and I don't think there's any reason to panic and just be like, oh, knifing's going to be trash because of this. Don't say that, because it's probably going to be good, and overall, if it does have any issues, Treyarch will fix it in a timely manner, just like they did in Black Ops 4. We're not going to be waiting all year for a knife fix like we've been waiting for a riot shield fix in Modern Warfare. Trust me on that. So let's go ahead and get back into the commentary. But the next thing I want to talk about is the Tomahawk is back. Now, I actually knew that the Tomahawk was going to be in this Call of Duty game for quite a while now, maybe a couple weeks. I actually did get to see some gameplay that I probably shouldn't have got to see of the campaign, and I seen a Tomahawk land on the ground and the dude went over it and it said Tomahawk. So I knew that Tomahawks were going to be returning. But we actually got a good look of how fast they're actually going to be thrown in this game. Now, there was 2 times that we actually did end up seeing the Tomahawk in today's multiplayer reveal, one being in the trailer and the other time while one of the devs were explaining something. Now, the first instant was actually in the trailer, and you can't really tell from a third-person look at how fast the Tomahawk's going to actually be thrown. But for the second instant where we seen it, we actually got a pretty good look in first person, and I believe that's going to be the actual movement in the game, and it's not sped up in any way, shape, or form. That's how fast I'm about to say throwing knife. The Tomahawk is going to be thrown. And that's looking so much better than what I expected, because as you guys know, in Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, the Tomahawk throwing speed was extremely slow. And that was pretty much my only gripe with those 2 games, because I didn't really enjoy using Tomahawks, or I guess they were called combat axes in those games, just because of how slow it was to actually use them. And the Tomahawk looks like you throw it very quickly, and that's pretty much all you need to be successful with Tomahawks. Although I would like to see that Black Ops 1 hitbox for Tomahawks, because sometimes they acted like boomerangs and it was absolutely nuts. Hopefully we get Summit back for this game, because I cannot wait to hit cross-map Tomahawks again. That is an unmatched feeling in any Call of Duty game. Nothing will ever top hitting a cross-map Tomahawk on Radiation, Summit, or just any Black Ops 1 map. And hopefully that same feeling is the feeling that we get from this game. All right, so the next thing that we're going to hop into is the class setups, the perks, and the wild cards. I think we were all happy to see that Ninja or Dead Silence is going to be returning in this game. And that's probably my biggest issue with Modern Warfare multiplayer in general. The fact that we do not have Dead Silence as a dedicated perk. When you're knifing in a game that has good sound and you can actually hear footsteps very easily, you need Ninja or Dead Silence in that game. And in Modern Warfare, the footsteps are just so clear that it makes it so hard to knife in this game without having Dead Silence as a perk. But without having it as a perk in this game, it completely cut out the surprise element and the flanking aspect of knifing. But one concerning thing I do have in regards to Ninja in this game is it says sprint more quietly, resist to field mic. I believe field mic is going to be kind of like a trophy system equipment that you put on the ground, and in a certain proximity you can hear people more clearly, but it distinctly says sprint more quietly. Now, I do know if you don't run Dead Silence, you can actually be silent if you're just crouching and or prone, or you're just moving very slowly. They did say that in the trailer, but I'm not entirely sure if Ninja works just like, you know, like not having Ninja, and then only when you're sprinting it allows you to be quiet. But hopefully this works overall as Ninja, and it doesn't just work when you're sprinting. I'm going to talk about perks again here in a minute, but let's go ahead and talk about the class setup in this game. Now, the class setup is essentially going to be the same thing as what we have in Modern Warfare, but with minor changes. There is no pick 10 system in Black Ops Cold War. I was really hoping that we would see a pick 10 system again, but I'm pretty sure they're just entirely going to get rid of that for Call of Duty's present and in the future, which that system was amazing for knifing, and it kind of sucks, but at the same time, I guess it just kind of is what it is, and we have to adapt and deal with what we have at hand. So for the class setups, you have to have a primary and a secondary weapon, but there is wild cards where you can actually choose, say, 2 secondaries or 2 primaries, which I don't really think that you're going to be able to do that for 2 melee weapons. Usually in the past, they wouldn't allow that. Maybe once we get new melee weapons in the game, they'll allow us to have, like, say, like a shovel and then also a combat knife. But essentially for us knifers, we're going to have to either choose between having 2 lethal equipments. I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember off the top of my head what the actual wild card is called for having 2 extra lethals or equipment. But my major concern when it comes to knifing is going to be the trade-off here. And what I mean by a trade-off here is either we're going to have to choose between having perk greed, which we're going to have ghost and dead silence, and then 2 other perks, or we're going to have to choose between having 3 perks from 1 category or using 2 lethals and 2 tacticals. But if you decide to go with the 2 lethals and 2 tacticals, you're not going to be able to have dead silence and ghost on the same class setup, which are essential perks for knifing only. But essentially with how the support score streaks are going to work in this game, which is like 800 score for a UAV, you're going to be painted on the minimap at all times. And you're using a knife, which you don't need. You need to be ghosted. You need to be off the minimap. And then on top of that, you do need ninja, because as you guys seen in Modern Warfare, if you don't have ninja, the flanking and the surprise aspect is entirely gone of the knifing playstyle. But overall, I just feel like I need to play the game and judge it from there. Maybe I'm making it a bigger deal than what it actually is. Maybe we don't even need 2 lethals and 2 tacticals. Maybe we just need 1. But either way, it's a Treyarch game this year, and I know for a fact we're going to be able to make it work. Overall, I think I touched on everything that I really wanted to talk about in this video when it comes to this game. I really didn't like how big some of the maps are. I know that some of the maps are going to be coming back, like Summit, Firing Range. I believe Nuketown might be coming back as well, maybe Jungle. They look like they were built more along the lines for 12v12 instead of 6v6. And what I really want is a good, classic, Treyarch feeling 6v6 multiplayer. The only map that really looked like it was going to be really good for 6v6 was Miami. But we'll have to see when the full game drops. I'm assuming for the beta, we'll see the same maps that we've seen from creators today and what was shown throughout the multiplayer reveal trailer. But overall, besides the concerns I have when it comes to class setups for building a good knife-only class setup, I think we're in for a good year this year, man. Treyarch, like I said before, has never let me down, and I'm excited to experience this multiplayer. But anyways, what I'm about to do is show you guys the rest of the gameplay that you've been seeing in the background throughout the whole video, and I'll sync it up with my live commentary, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let's go ahead and hop into it. The dude was camping in the bathroom the whole time. It's not looking good for us, boys. It's not. Oh, God. And there's a vehicle out there. The dude just driving around in his vehicle. All right. The dude all the way out there. I see you, buddy. I see you. He's gonna kill him, and I'm just gonna flank him. I'm full flanking this guy.
You've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
I'm just hoping that he kills the guy. Kill him.
RTB for resupply.
On that rock, probably.
Need recon on my position.
He's pushing up.
UAV entering the AO.
Losing ground.
You're dead. Okay, right here.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
Let's go, baby! Back-to-back dubs on my TheseKnivesOnly account. Oh my god. Feels amazing. Oh, after such of a drought of losing and losing, we got back-to-back wins. Let's see if we get any reactions here at the end.
Bro, I could not even do that.
Cannot believe I won that.
Fucking watch all your fucking videos.
Hey,
Yeah, fucking
hey,
awesome.
Blitz, I appreciate that, man. GG's, man.
Fourth quarter shot, you know I got a ballin'. Money in my pocket, no, I'm no stranger to ballin'. No life be a gamble, but I promise that I'm all